Inferno. And I feel like this is where Angelka as well from NAVI Javelins is going to really come into her element.
Yeah, this is one of Angelka's best maps. So I'm sure we'll have an exciting game ahead. NAVI are definitely a lot stronger on the T side. So very interesting to see where G2 opt to start as we go into map 2. The NAVI Javelins versus G2 OYA here on Anubis. And NAVI gets start on the T side.
Yeah, there's a number of smokes I've actually learned from watching a number of NAVI Javelins Anubis demos. And we can dive into those.
What number?
I don't know, probably like 5 or 6.
Why are you hiding the numbers from us?
vicu not hiding the headshots from anyone. Immediately dealing with Rams in towards middle. Nice shots though, zAAz. Crazy already fighting back, and zAAz might have nearly had another opportunity. But keep your eyes on middle because Liina's now taking the space. Angelka has moved over to inflict a little bit of pressure towards A.
Oh, Liina trying really hard to fight here. Juliana wins that out. Liina thought she could just overwhelm with the Glock. She'd done so much damage. But not enough damage. One headshot's all it takes. Angelka, maybe she thought the branch is the player. Kyosa, oh, what a shot. Looking for the follow-up, dancing around the cake. Angelka has 4 players to find. She's getting flanked as well, no bomb. zAAz spotted out, needs to deal with her first, and love to find this fight, but it's not being given to her easily. Does eventually win it out. Costs her a little bit of health. Now 22 HP, 3 players she has to find, and another flanker steps into those shoes. Oh! Oh! She's found 2. Sharp as you like it, but are you ready for Giuliano on this flank? Doesn't look like Angelka's aware of it. Repositioning. Giuliano might just come through at the perfect time, or Angelka might elude her. It's going to be a slow walk for both players, but Angelka does have to get her shoes on. Starts to make her way forward. She's going to get this bomb plant. And maybe there's a chance here. Bomb goes down. She can clear out canals, and we'll have an idea of the potential places Giuliano could be. Giuliano does have this kit, but both players so low HP, the same health points, in fact. Giuliano's going to come clear. Doesn't go all the way. She's just sticking the bomb. Angelka coming on out, looking for the shot. Oh, it's awkward. Can't quite connect the tiniest amount of damage, and Giuliano swings on through, denies what would have been one of the most insane clutches, but it's Giuliano that comes out ahead.
I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. Giuliano has positioned herself to defuse the bomb to the point where Angelka can't get a clean lineup. 3 HP. My goodness me. I cannot believe these shots were hit by Angelka. I said, well, Angelka, this is going to be the one to kind of get her into gear. But I didn't expect that. I did not expect a near 1 versus 4 on the pistol. NAVI bring it close, but it's G2 to prevail. Force by out of course.
She won all the hard fights.
Yeah.
10 damage with the P250 as well. It's like just through the wall. Now fighting mid, Angelka not able to get anything done this round. AK give it over to Liina. Good space for NAVI, at least in towards mid. You can see that already it's got 2 CTs kind of focused on this position. That smoke being so deep.
I don't know how I feel about that smoke, because there was no pressure being applied there and towards A. You've just dropped that, and it almost kind of feels a little bit like a waste. Cressy isolated on B at the moment, but Giuliano has stepped in as well.
M4 in hand. It's an okay angle, but can't really get away from it. Once you're there, you're kind of committed. Goes down before she can find anything. Hanka, again, an explosive entry from her. Doubles up. zAAz gets here pretty quickly. There is that kit. You can see it on the screen. It's still tucked in behind the obelisk with low HP. Can just cover off one of these angles. He also spots out Letty. Hanka obliterates zAAZ. I think she gets caught as she just tries to cross there. I don't think Justin was even aiming for her, but regardless, NAVI bounce back immediately.
It's going to be a very bold thing, I'm going to say here, but we've got 2 rounds of play deep in towards Anubis. And G2 OYA, it feels like they are losing a lot of gunfights that they should be winning out. And the only thing I can really attribute to this is a little bit of unfamiliarity of some of these angles that are being adopted by NAVI Javelins. Which would suggest to me that maybe this isn't one of the more comfortable maps here for G2, and this is a real punish that NAVI have thrown in.
Ooh, good flashbang, good deagle shot. Giuliano again, a menace with the hand cannon. They got a few tricks up their sleeves. Oh my god, I can't believe she wins that one. Calm under the pressure. First 2 go awry, but the third straight to the skull of Angelka. Isn't this reminiscent of that round on Inferno?
If we're guessing back-to-back maps where we're going to go blow for blow, constant force buys, then do you know what? Sign me up. This is crazy. Yes!
Oh my god!
Giuliano! Are you joking me? That's the bomb dropped.
She's just gone on a mission. A one-woman army, walking around, fighting heads, taking names, eventually put down, but it's all now onto Liina. Has got that bomb. But an AK now in the hands of Ramson. 4 players to find. And time, a big issue for her. 20 seconds, she's going over towards B. That's the site with the most defense. Although, no one is actually holding for dark, but she makes noise. Should be known, Ramson swivels around. Doubles up in the round, but Giuliano was the queen of Anubis for that one.
So dynamic as well. The flashbang comes over at B, gets the kill, then walks towards dark and collects another, and then takes a stroll in towards middle and just hits another incredible headshot. Now let's watch this back. Angelka probably should have had her here, but this one is just disgusting. However, we know all too well about a NAVI Javelins force buy.
Restart, vicu elevated. Ooh. Wanted to flash through, but look at that damage done through the smoke by Ramson. With no armor, cops a bit of flak there. Angelka though, oh. That deagle goes both ways, she says to Giuliano.
Okay, Cresty here's the drop. zAAZ has hit the trade. Oh my. Oh, it's okay. There's so many trades. 2 versus 2, though. Again, expensive and Cresty. Uh-oh. Careful. Behind you, Letty will strike. And now the bomb can make its way over. zAAZ has to clutch.
The timing was awful for her. And Letty just creeps on forward, gets aggressive. Back and forth we go. Neither team conceding anything here. The Deagles doing work. Why does everyone bother with the rifles? They're making the Deagle look like the CS2 Deagle.
And that thing is broken. Despite G2 OYA only being on first stage loss bonus, they're actually saving here. They don't want to have this chaos anymore. They want to just buy as best as they can into the follow-up, which is going to come with compromises, but it does mean that potentially they'll be feeling a little bit better. Maybe they don't even need to buy any pistols because zAAZ has just hit 2 headshots and, you're right, has completely dropped the bomb. Cresty follows up with the AK. No way. G2, you can't do this. This is just USPs. It's a $200 investment. Hanka last alive. Low HP on 4 of them. But that's the issue. There's 4 of them. Nice shot. But zAAZ with the backstab. G2 went around on just USPs.
What? Unbelievable. have they done that? I'm typing you want Eco2 in chat right now if I'm G2. Holy moly. Oh, you got a BM. You've earned it. What a round. zAAz, 3 kills. The USP. Bellissimo.
I don't know what I'm watching anymore. I don't like the fact they're so close. I'm scared. Lucy, she's looking the wrong way. Hanka finds 2 entries. Why does this keep happening?
No one's allowed a consecutive round. That's the rules, although zAAz, she has something to say about it. Doubles up. Stems the bleeding. You got Giuliano on B. The only one here. Oh, not anymore. Letty doesn't even give her a chance. What is that swing? Who does that? She's not done.
zAAz is so low as well. I like the Letty's swinging. Oh, Crezzy's dead. zAAZ, low HP as mentioned. Has to go around the corner. 1 bullet will do it. And in fact, it's the headshot just to put a little bit of icing on the cake. How does this keep happening?
I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. Back and forth. No one's allowed to get 2 rounds in a row. It's just not happening.
I know Pro League get a swearer broadcast. I know we don't, but my goodness me. Some of these rounds.
As my grandmother would say, goodness gracious me.
As my grandma would say, go on, Brandon, have a cake. We're on holiday. 3 each. And G2 has still got the better buy. Despite all of this, despite losing the prior. Good mollies. In towards middle, forces Ramsden back. Liina leads. And how's that not a kill?
You feel a bit hard done by there. Now that space is taken. NAVI aren't gonna commit to it, but the threat of presence is enough. Putting further pressure on. Look at the stun to the rotations. They are actually committing here. Oh. Nice kill from Hanka. He also just tried a jump peek. Give an inch. She'll take your head. But the AWP's here.
Imagine the AWP's going to be smoked off, though, or blinded, or all of the above. Smoke being lined up for it, and the flashbangs. Let's see, Ramsden. Oh, does connect. Flash actually goes a little bit shallow, keeps on fighting, but it's the Mac 10 to do the damage. No head armor. It's a quick removal.
Locked out. Hey, cheese. They want to fight there. But this time around, struggling to force their way in. Crussy's got a timing. Oh, swaps to the AK, and it's just as Angelka reswings. NAVI get 2 consecutive. They break the curse, and they take the lead.
And they break the money. I really like that round out of NAVI Javelins. That one is, rather than spreading out, you get the opening kill from Hanka. You all group together and you just execute straight in. Giuliano, Crezzy, and Ramsden all chime in to try and make that one a little bit more contestable. But ultimately, once you've lost control of the A-bomb site, it's a really hard one to try and retake in, especially when you've lost all that space out towards top shelf and camera. Just USPs. And that flashbang again. This time it's not B, it's A.
Yeah, let's see if they can get something similar. I feel like a round is maybe a bit too much to ask for, but Angelka's gonna be full blinded, but she's in a good position that she can fall back immediately. Flash comes over, and actually she manages to dodge it. Spots him out, and Hanka from above can rain down hellfire. Liina even dealing with Giuliano sitting back in towards the camera. So no silly business here, no antics, no shenanigans. Pure, plain, simple, anti-eco, no issues whatsoever.
The difficulty now for G2 OYA is the fact that NAVI have now been able to get 3 in a row. And they've established themselves on the server. And more importantly, they've got the momentum, which was incredibly prevalent on Inferno. That was something that was getting both teams just back and forth, keeping it so close. If NAVI, they're going to go for a rinse and repeat. They're going straight back towards A here. They've noticed something. They think it's vulnerable.
Ramsden and Kiosa, tasked with defending, dropping the smoke, and Hanka bursts through. Like a bullet, she goes blistering in, and she's doubled up. She's not done yet. Establishing control, smoking off the rotations. You're not getting past her. I don't think you want to.
I think you say.
Got these rifles back out. Oh, not loving how close they are to this.
Please stop going for it. Or maybe just go for it. Krezzy finds one, but that's all it will be. And that's the danger. You get one, it kind of sells you the dream of, okay, well, maybe we can retake this. But ultimately, you've just lost 2 rifles that you're now no longer going to have coming into this. Look at the loss bonus when this bomb explodes. You can't buy.
But with 3 rifles, you could have. That's that decision being made. Hanka, the impact player, and, well, she certainly was. When Hanka's, she's another player that I think on Anubis really thrives. I think she's the 3rd highest rated player on this map for NAVI. She's so great with the entry pathing. When she's on that kind of tear, she's just so explosive and opening up bomb sites.
I think also the change that NAVI Javelins made on Nuke when Letty came in, I think that really restricted Hanka, because before she was going outside and she was the one taking all that space. It feels like on Anubis, this is her map where she can do exactly that. And as you mentioned, the entry path in from Hanka in a lot of situations, but most noticeably on Anubis, is always really sublime. Just USPs, Krezzy with the M4 that's been saved. Giuliano's already naded and potentially removed out the server.
Flash actually sent into her back, so she dodges that HE of it. Okay. Krezzy can't get it done. Angelka holding tight. Finding everybody. So again, dodging the threat of the Desert Eagles this time. Maybe. That's threatening. Ooh, nice HE. Unfortunately, a follow-up shot to get the damage.
Still a world in which this could get expensive. However, Letty does deny. I know we're 4 seasons into Impact now, but like that play Angelka's just made, I don't know if I can say this, but it's vintage. It's vintage Angelka. I don't know if we're quite there yet in terms of the life cycle.
Season 4 feels like where you can start having vintage.
That
From
is
the players that have played
round,
every season.
That round is vintage Angelka, especially on Anubis. Just working her way through Dark and finding those kills and then scaling onto the bomb site. If you watch any Anubis demo from NAVI Javelins, you're going to get 2 or 3 rounds in the teaser where Angelka will just take control.
Double up. And it looks like to be a straight up BXQ. Giuliano misses the mark. Defensive smokes dropped, and they deal with Liina. Giving themselves avenues to fight through, but with Angelka taking down Krezzy, Giuliano felt the pressure. Ramson arrives with her sniper, but the timing shot misses. zAAZ's shot doesn't, though. She's looking for more, and she's lighting them up. Single-handedly fighting back into it. She does it all. 3 kills for her, and it's enough. Out from dark, she emerges and puts them down.
What happened there with vicu? Because she just swapped to the USP. She ran out of bullets, maybe in the AWP. I didn't hear the AWP fire off a lot of times there. So it felt like she would have just hid behind the pillar and re-swung. Regardless, that is really good output from zAAZ. Again, performing really well this season. 104 ADR. Keeping her team afloat. Because this has still got the potential to spiral out of control, but 7-4 makes things feel and look a little bit more contestable.
Yeah, still 2 offs as well. So I'll be pretty happy with that. We mentioned vicu as being the threat to watch out for, but hasn't been able to find her impact yet. Ramson will have a shot there with the AWP. Hanka is sitting here on the other side, but oh, flick goes a little awry. zAAZ found the opening elsewhere, however.
That was in mid. There's still 2 players here. vicu resets, but now has to go and peek onto an angle that Juliana's already scoped on, but wins it out anyway. That's B basically unlocked. Crazy can rotate in, but I feel like you're dealing with vicu, who's going to now be posted up on this angle. Doesn't matter. Letty dispatches the AK, and now the control NAVI Javelins have in towards middle. But they can activate it on the flank at any moment's notice. Might not even be needed. Here comes vicu. She starts showing us why she belongs at the top of the food chain.
Well, zAAZ denies the hunt, gets herself an AK, so they can hold over something into this next round. And that one just feels unfortunate for Juliana, right? It's just as she's starting to reposition for a deeper line in towards dark, and she's been holding that for a while, and she moves. And as she's caught moving, that's exactly when vicu peaks. So vicu has that slight advantage, the accuracy. And that's kind of the fight that dictates the round.
That's the half one out now for NAVI Javelins. G2 call a pause to think about how to recover this half. Because remember, it was very even at the start when we kicked things off here on Anubis. However, this time, as it's moved forward, NAVI Javelins have now doubled the scoreline of G2 OYA. 8 rounds is already more or less what you expect on a T side of Anubis, but any more would just be a premium and a bonus as we get a floating vicu.
Just hanging out. Delivering. Ramson in mid with that ult. It's selling there quite a bit. Mentioned her as a key figure to be keeping an eye on. This is just a straight up A crawl. 4 players here. You got to lurk in towards mid. Liina will activate later on. Hanka's going to be charging through again, using these smokes to her advantage, just scaling on through. zAAZ has managed to avoid her temporarily and has actually stepped on through into a bit of a gap left open because of that timing. But it matters not as everyone's fallen and Ramson feels hard done by there. Second time we've seen her get one of these tags, and well, Cressy might find one through the smoke. That's all she's going to get.
I feel hard done by for her. That looked dead on. That's not fair.
Yeah,
that's Counter-Strike. Has to be another save. They're on the hunt. Liina searching for it. Oh, even if that kill comes in, there's still a chance for that retake to even be possible. That was a weird little timing exchange between Hanka and zAAZ to keep things off. They get a kill apiece. Rezi will save.
Hey, you're probably enticed to buy this then, that save, because Ramson had the full amount of money, so she can drop someone. So you end up with 2 Pharmacists or maybe an MP9. Yeah, it's going to be the MP9. It's a bit of a downgrade from the up. Maybe an opportunity to get more mobile, get more active, get more up in their grill. That's what Angelka's doing.
Yeah. This is what she does. Already through. Oh, doesn't quite hit the adjustment, but Cressy does.
What?
Spins on a swivel. Takes a bite out of 2 of the Javelins players. Blunts their spears, and now Ramson up close with the MP9. Will also dispatch of Hanka. This is going much more according to the game plan. Oh, for G2. vicu overwhelmed. It's all up to Liina. They will find Cressy. That was a player advantage for NAVI Javelins. Just quickly turns sour.
Another tag for Ramson. Too many feet, too many arms, not enough bodies and heads. It's me when I interact with the millipede. Liina picks up the bomb. What's she gonna do here? There's 2 players on the other side of the smoke. There's just no chance with this HP. There's no chance. Oh, okay, yeah, the trade's immediate.
Sure, G2 won that round, but think about how it panned out. That was a 4 versus 2. But basically, wait, was it even a 1 versus 4 for Liina? She brings it back into a 1v1.
Yeah, it was 1v4.
So that is so expensive. That should not be happening. And now the buy is going to be really compromised. MP9 on zAAz. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be in the last round of play here in this first half. But still, yeah, you would have preferred maybe an AWP, an M4. This is fast up mid. Look at this.
zAAz shops the smoke, but all it's really done is isolate that avenue. Chris is taking fights and canals. Ramson.
Hello.
Hello? This one's pretty wild and wacky. Krasi, she's trying to find something in it. Hanka, though, and vicu combined. zAAz, that position's known from earlier, but actually might be able to catch a little bit of a cheeky timing here. Can't deny the bomb. She can probably find Letty.
Stick it, stick it, stick it.
God, they're so far away as well. She can't stick it. No defuse kit. One's coming through dark already. Bomb's not there. It's planted for dark. Bait out some of these fights, and vicu wins it out. A 10-5 half for NAVI on their map pick.
chick, yeah, you heard right. Take a peek at this body, yeah, my game tight. Always feeling pretty, yeah, I'm never shy. Stay on top of the world, and my money right. I'm a boss chick, yeah, you heard right. Take a peek at this body, yeah, my game tight. Always feeling pretty, and I'm never shy. Stay on top of the world.
What was a very close start to this first half of Anubis. NAVI Javelins picked it up and just ran with it. Double digits found. And for G2 OYA, it has to be in with the pistol and it has to begin with one round at a time. Otherwise, this series is going to be cut a little bit short.
You're going to need to be a pretty good pistol. A is the play. Giuliano, the set of util. Actually, it's double Molotov. So bricks in heaven, the intended destination's good. Smoke initially, but zAAZ's shot is great. Hanka slipped in there. Oh, she's hiding in the smoke, but her teammates are falling. She's got him a bike. Surprise, denies the bomb, looking for the follow-up and does find it before she's dealt with. And unfortunately for her, everyone else has fallen. Save Laddie, who is going to come on a fast flank, but they're anticipating it. Planted behind the cake. Should be getting the read on her momentarily. Crassy finds her, and G2 get the pistol.
There we go. That's what they needed. Really good start for G2 OYA. However, it's going to come back to potentially bite them as NAVI Javelins will force, and they always force in. We keep getting this back and forth continuously between these two teams. The buy technically is better for G2 OYA, but I don't want to give a lot of credit to that anymore based on how this keeps on panning out.
This is a pretty crazy stack, right? 3 players. Check out this.
I like
boosted.
it.
I don't know if I've really seen that kind of boost before. It's pretty cool. It's just not cool if they don't go anywhere near it. Becomes very mid. Just mentioning 2R right now. Liina almost wins that fight with the P2 Fitty. But not to beat. And if you go to A through this route, that's going to be completely counteracting the setup. Giuliano with low HP deciding to take liberties. Yeah, I feel like Navi's setup was kind of there to deal with one specific avenue, and unfortunately, completely avoided.
Oh, sorry about that timing then, but it's okay. Especially because Giuliano was only on 15 points of health. Yeah, you're right. It's just more of a gamble here. For NAVI Javelins, they come A, that's cool. We've got a little bit of an unorthodox setup. If they head towards B, that's where we might be struggling. Just holding on to all of these MP9s, bringing them forward into the next round because you're not investing anyway on this CT side. But for G2, oh yeah, it's a strong start to the second half.
This is 3 saved. You'll have something going into the next round. But yeah, G2, here comes T side. How they liked the kills they find it with the Mac 10 as well. So Giuliano has the option to invest over, but when you got 4 AKs around it, like, no need to really change anything up. And actually, yeah, you're not really going to invest too much around this for NAVI, so Giuliano can continue to try and farm potentially. Liina's got a couple of flashbangs, probably to set up these MP9s.
Excited to kind of see this default coming in from G2. A lot of nades thrown down early and towards middle. Giuliano zAAZ seem very content on fighting this. Great flashbang. Yeah, vicu just gets overwhelmed. Smoke has been dropped. Allows Liina in the smoke, but on the other side is a nasty surprise. A MAC-10 earning even more money.
He also just has to deal with this two-pronged little poke out from B. Nice little pop onto the head of Letty. Calls over support Juliana, who's got her MAC-10 for the superior MP9. Now you know where one player is. You can just all group up together. Easily, safely, without any harm done, go into the A-bomb site. Oh, Hanka's even leaving.
Hanka's just clearing just in case there's a timing in towards mid. But as she walks back, zAAz walks forward. Just ends her existence in round 18. Angelka, best she can hope for is an exit on the way out with potentially an upgrade available. An MP9 can become a Galil or an AK. Although zAAZ is more than happy to potentially just give her a swift headshot instead.
I'd love to find I killed the MP9, but is what it is. G2. Not dropping the ball here against these pistols and MP9s, which was the story in the start of this map. There's a lot of silly business going both ways, with teams winning out with Deagles and SMGs, but all goes by the book for G2 here. Don't get the true test. It's 5v5 rifles in the mix.
Great nade. Goes straight on towards the stairs. G2, it looks like they want to go towards A. Again, you know the investment is here. Maybe going for something a little bit faster. Smokes fly out in towards mid, but the true intention of the round is A. Hanka drops a smoke and gets up close. That flashbang, but doesn't affect her at all. Close in the corner. Krezi, that's a great trade.
Liina, guess what? And vicu just playing into bricks. They've doubled up here, and it's a beautiful setup. Getting swarmed. Ramsden dealt with, and Juliana is smoked off now. Going to emerge around the corner, and there's just too many players to deal with. NAVI get the rifles out, and they make it look pretty comfortable. Didn't really struggle there against that attack on A.
And by Hanka going close there towards the A doorway, it just provides a lot of space and a little bit of time just for the remaining players of NAVI Javelins to get in towards positions where they can be at an off angle. And G2 OYA aren't quite ready because they will have to be spinning around and get a little bit discombobulated because Hanka's just in that corner. Flashbang forward. Angelka getting very fast. This is a great smoke thrown in, but actually it's by G2 OYA, so they need to be a little bit careful here, NAVI. Can Cressy see over that? Potentially.
I feel like you see the smoke come out towards T-stairs. You just know what's going on. That's kind of the one downside to that kind of play is, yes, it gets shields control early, but how long can you hold it? Because zAAZ, okay, that he does well, but now the rest of the team can activate. Actually, this setup's worked out really great for the CDs. They had enough players here, enough pieces in play that they were able to come out ahead.
Still the advantage right now. Double swing results in Letty at least being pushed off this angle, though wants to fight it. Gets guaranteed intel that players are creeping up closer. Good incendiary, buys more time. Things that vicu can slide in. Smoke on top of it as well. That's 17 seconds of which G2 can't do anything.
You can see immediately it actually sends them in the other direction. This might actually work counter to NAVI's hopes because they've got two players over towards B. So Hanka, she gets one, that's enough. She's playing a nice passive position where she should be good for one. Especially if she hears the utility come forward. There it is. Gets her kill. Now Kiosa is going to have time to plant the bomb. The smoke is great in giving her space. Even a bit of damage onto Letty. Both players have crossed. She needs to find them quickly, but overwhelmed. vicu finds the kill over the top. NAVI get up to 12.
Got to give a big shout out there to Letty for dropping all of that utility in a timely manner. That triple setup towards the canals was really cool and didn't really give G2 much to work with. I like the design as well by having one player holding that mid window to make sure that zAAz couldn't punish it from above. T's crossed, I's dotted. NAVI Javelins well on their way to closing out this series.
It was a good start to the half from G2, but yeah, Navi with the rifles out now with a free AWP as well. You can see that they wasted a bit of time there to go pick that one up. This is just straight B out the gate. Flashbangs come over quickly. A Mach 10 to lead the charge from zAAz. They are going in quick and fast, and Angelka has found the opening kill, looking for more, but overwhelmed. Krasi takes down 2, including her teammate. And Letty's doubled up, leaves them Giuliano. Look at the health points. 1 HP, 6. Giuliano has to leave. So much time for her to work with in this clutch.
The issue is it doesn't matter too much if vicu's on 1 HP, because sometimes it just feels like the AWP is one and done anyway. With the missed shot and also playing just so far down range. Navi, there'll be an internal timer in their heads. Don't see anything towards B, have to go and focus middle. That's where vicu is currently going, but the scope, I heard it, which means Giuliano definitely did as well.
You see, she's just waiting to see if vicu extends, but with 1 HP, I don't know if Giuliano knows she's that low, but because of all the chaos that took place, you just know she's not going to get too active with that amount of health, but maybe there's a swing here. Oh, good bait. Fortunately, couldn't capitalize, but it is going to give her space to move over towards A. No one here. You might be thinking someone would be because you're in the 1 versus 3, but she's going to be given this plant. Navi with 2-player advantage, but 2 of them on no HP and 1 of them removed. Real chance here. Letty has to bait well for Hanka here. That's the critical piece. They've got the kits. They've got the util. They need to find Giuliano. She's tucked on down. Finds the kill. Needs to reload. And that's allowed Hanka to come on through. Just not quite enough bullets in the chamber. But a valiant effort.
Yeah, there's enough time to grab the AWP as well. Even though it does look a little bit scary, Hanka has definitely got that one. Yeah, really nice try there from Giuliano. Nearly that clutch coming in. But what's got to be said, one thing that NAVI Javelins did really well there, and a lot of teams might have slipped on the banana peel on, is the fact that they had so much utility in towards that retake, but they didn't use it. And the reason why you don't use it is because it will give Giuliano potential to maybe isolate some more of these kills because you're fumbling around with utility. Where your HP is so low, it's better just to trade out and make sure that Hanka is that final piece of the puzzle. That is exactly what happens. It's well worth noting because it is really well played.
Quick little tech to come through and gives us a moment to breathe. Given how intense this series has been so far. Maybe quickly take an update on the scores from the other matches. I know it was a close first map between Lettercook and Shinigami. That was a 16-14 on Shinigami's map pick a nuke, but Lettercook steamrolled them on Overpass 16-4. A masterclass on that map.
That's pretty dominant. Lettercook have really been showing what they're capable of here in this season. For the other game, 9 Pandas Fearless taking on Guild. Guild are starting to look really competitive. 9 Pandas Fearless take it in 2, but they're close maps. 16-8 on Anubis, but 16-12 on Mirage. And that was on 9 Pandas' pick.
Yeah, 9 Pandas. I mean, we look at this group and they're the team that we put just behind Navi Javelins on the list, right? They're the top 2 that you're expecting to be up there. But now we've got a conversation, particularly with G2 OYA and Lettercook. I think we give the slight edge to G2 OYA just because they won out against Lettercook last week. Plus, They're going pretty darn toe-to-toe here with NAVI, which inspires a lot of confidence. And I'll be very excited to watch G2 go against both these teams. Sorry, both G2 and Lettercook going up against Nine Pandas Fearless. I think that's going to be a very exciting matchup when that takes place.
It'll be interesting to see how Nine Pandas Fearless have kind of approached this season as well, because obviously we're now 2 weeks deep in towards Impact, but we haven't really heard anything from them. And they've just been silently going about their business, and Angelka's meditating right now. Just kind of getting zen and back into the zone. But for Nine Pandas, I think the most interesting thing is how they've always been consistent. But I feel like they've been consistent because there hasn't really been too much of a challenge. And I think this season with this group, Nine Pandas Fearless are going to be tested the most they've ever been tested to try and make it through to a LAN final.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff. With Group A also delivering some pretty close affairs with One Wing Gang, the newly introduced organization that picked up Yeo. They've been, despite not picking up the wins, they look very good against NIP. So a lot of exciting teams nipping at the heels of the teams that have established themselves over the last year, 2 years now, as being the dominant ones to be having to go against, to be able to go up against them pretty convincingly. It is a real testament to the growth of the scene.
Absolutely. And just seeing the development of existing teams, the fact that they are getting stronger, the fact that they are adding more into their wheelhouse, the fact that we're getting a lot more structure that we can break down and look at on a real minute level is something that always gets me excited, Lucy.
You know what gets me excited, Brandon?
The game?
Yes. Anubis. G2 OYA vs NAVI. Two titans of the scene clashing above the sandy shores. For this round, well, I was going to say it might not have excitement, but it does have Giuliano with a deagle, so I'm already excited. I'm strapped in. And Krasi, well, she's found Angelka. All that meditation leads to naught.
It's a little bit unfortunate for Angelka. Still 2 players here. Over at B, that flashbang timing is a little bit off. And they strike. Letty overwhelmed. The Tech-9's doing everything. G2 OYA, they're in the bomb site.
Now how they get it done, but they do it. Oh, Hanka's getting peppered. She wants to give it a look in, and money is actually not good for Navi.
Yeah, save. Please.
It's in the doldrums. Get out. Extract yourselves. They want to lose a round, but G2, they'll be very happy to pick that one up after, what, 3 consecutive that they dropped.
Good hunt as well. You can send a couple of players into this if you want to. Oh, there it is. Giuliano gets rid of the AWP. Hanka here as well. We'll get that kill. We'll pick up the sniper, but Cressy is in hot pursuit round the corner. Oh, just about holds on to it. But that's just a change of pace, a burst of energy into G2 OYA, and hopefully that's the spark, the re-ignition that they need to get back into this game.
They're showing they can pull those ones out the hat. Beautiful stuff. Krasi in particular with that opener, and then following up as well. Now you've got these, oh, good spam. Got these saved weapons. Forced around, oh sorry, saved weapon. Then a forced M4 with deagles. Liina does not have an enviable position with a PG-50 behind mid doors.
Good smoke. That allows more wiggle room in towards mid. vicu, though, searching. This is the only way NAVI Javelins can win this round, in my opinion, is if the AWP gets dynamic and it starts taking shots. Look at this immediate rotation. zAAz drops the molly, prevents vicu from peeking. Instead, takes a more passive line. Hanka on this corner has played here before, and Crazy is waiting for it. Flashbang's good. Flashbang's great. Hanka lines up 2.
Massive from Hanka. You still got to deal with this lurk. That could be an issue, but Liina's tucked into the site. Now, they should know that she is around. She was the one that sent out that flashbang. She's just playing around the cake. Plays in towards mid. zAAz is holding for both. Oh, Letty again. How does she get away with those shots? Just runs around corners and takes kills. Liina behind the cake. Removes Juliana, and it's Kiosa who has to clutch up big, and she can't get it done. NAVI, fantastic with just the M4 and AWP, but really, it was the M4 that did all the work.
How many 4 spies are NAVI Javelins going to win in this series? That's got to be the 4th or the 5th one here, but yeah, you're right. That team play with the flashbang is exceptional. Liina biding her time, waiting for the contact to come in from the back of the bomb site so she can swing and be the unknown element at the front. Another timeout being called for G2. Oh, yeah. But when you take a look at the money, you take a look at the fact that NAVI Javelins only need 2 rounds to lock in this series. You start to lose a little bit of hope.
Yeah, I felt like that was their way back in. Our team's so tenacious when it comes down to working with the limited weaponry. Do or die now for G2. Oh, yeah. Ramson nursing a headache after that win.
Hanka's found the smallest little gap in amongst all of these mollies. Flashbang, though, really good. Opening kill this time doesn't fall favor to the A anchor. Instead, it's G2 OYA breaking down the door.
Good open edge to make sure you can close. The lurk utility on A that's keeping some players occupied. See, back to B is where the main pack heads, but Liina just going looking. Catches Giuliano as she was starting to rotate off that information as well. The hit comes immediately off it. Letty strikes for the first, even doubling up. That's allowed Angelka just to move about, find all the positions she wants. vicu strikes as well. And despite getting the opening kill, there is nothing to follow up for G2.
That's so unfortunate because those flashbangs just missed the mark. Didn't blind the player at the back of the bomb site. Didn't blind Angelka either. But a really good design. I like that Angelka deliberately is repositioned to the point where she only has to focus on one angle because vicu is ready to receive B main. Hits the shot on towards Ramson. Everyone else is cleaned up and protecting each other. It's a fast play to potentially end the map. G2 fighting for survival here at B, but the flashbangs, they're already through. Prezi again trying to make it happen. They're chiming in with Kiosa. vicu, though, with the P250 will get one back. So it is a 1 versus 2.
Krasi, what an explosive round. She's just so well on these Zekers. These pistols, and she might have done enough. Liina's kept at bay. Does have that kid, all the util. Needs to find these kills. Oh, the dink. That's great from Ramson. That means Liina has to go. G2 stay alive.
That is high octane to go for a round like that, especially after the one before didn't play out in the same manner, but it's just difference in timings. They get it done. And they need to do it 5 times over. And that's not only... Well, it's not even for the map win. It's for overtime at the bare minimum.
Well, 11's certainly doable, but we saw a round exactly like this before. And NAVI were the victors. vicu, not really able to get too much done. Forced off by the util. That's allowed the T's scale.
Good molly.
Continuously pushed back.
The issue is you're using a lot of utility just to keep pushing away this AWP. However, now you know the presence of the AK. Liina with the swing will find Kiosa.
It's a little uncomfortable, but zAAz might be able to alleviate some pressure. She's definitely spotted that. Liina falls as well, and that's a massive kill into Angelka. Letty Stiegel is something else. They need to scamper. They need to get quickly to B because Giuliano has scaled fast. She's already in, and she's found Letty.
That was sharp. Full blinded as well. Smoked off this AWP. I've got Hanka here with the 5-7. And there's a gap in this smoke for vicu to work with. 2-on-3. It feels unlikely that NAVI Javelins can win this. However, this is NAVI Javelins we are talking about. vicu gets close. Gun barrel might go around the corner at a moment's notice. When's Hanka going to activate? There's a kit on the floor in front of her as well.
I think waiting for vicu to see if she can spot something. Oh, that timing's unfortunate. You can see the shot fired off as well. I think it was to the just slightly to the left of the jail player. The G2 will get out of this one, and ideally with 3, they'd love to get away with that. Anything for Hanka to collect? A rifle would actually go a long way here, given that Liina has no money. And yes, there is an AK.
All right, not the end of the world. Still, keeping 3 alive, I think, is the most valuable thing. As you mentioned, it's still fairly expensive, considering that was just pistols. And that one AWP. Giuliano with some real sharp shooting. So once again, keep G2 OYA in contention. Keep bringing it closer to that round 30 mark. But this one's going to be a lot tougher of a task. No AWP for vicu, sure, but everyone is armed with rifles.
Ken Ramson just copping that HE. That is rough. Liina getting aggressive in towards mid. Spots out zAAZ. Pulls off the line there. Has to drop her defensive utility. Opportunity, but Angelka darts away from the bullet.
Is that molly? Oh, that's a great molly. Forces zAAZ out. Now mid control's just been lost. Regained by NAVI. zAAZ has to now fight through dark. The bomb's rotating over. It's going to be a B split.
Liina has moved more aggressively into mid, so maybe we'll see a rotation come through shortly. But Angelka needs to get this kill. Can't get the second, but she might have done enough. The rotations can now start to come over. Letty stuck in the back of the site, playing around the back pillar. Repositioning to a more passive angle. Might be able to catch a player as Kiosa scales, but no. She finds her first. vicu's fully smoked off. Ramson exposed, but kill not found.
So smart. So smart from Liina. Just collects 2.5. And that allows them, the CT players, to walk in. vicu will clean up. NAVI Javelins, off the back of that contact from Liina, lock it in. 16-11 and 16-14. They win the series 2-0. But you got to give a lot of credit over to G2 OYA.
You see Hanka getting fired up there at the end as the defuse comes through. What a way to end that series. That bait play was fantastic. They fall back